Hello Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. So we do have the Tower, we do have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Looks like you're very committed to walking away from something that was very toxic and unhealthy for you. It just kind of looks like revisiting this toxic and unhealthy situationship, marriage, whatever have you. It's just simply not an option in your mind. I feel like you are 100% convinced that this individual is just simply not good for you. So yeah, very committed and very devoted to, like, you know, seeing this ending between you and this individual through. Now, one thing that I am definitely getting, Aquarius, is that your experience, with this person in particular has caused you to not really want anything to do with love right now. It just kind of looks like all you really want to do is like take this time to really focus on you and, your finances and your career. Nothing more and nothing less. I just kind of feel like as far as dating is concerned, it's just like the furthest thing from your mind, but I do feel like it has a lot to do with your experience, with this person. I feel like your experience with this person, it really did take a massive, toll, I would say, on you. So right now, a lot of you feel like dating / getting to know anyone is just not a good idea for right now, at least. So I just kind of see you very focused on your money, your career, your business if you have one, your education for those of you who are in school. But how does this person currently view this relationship? So we do have the Four of Wands, we do have the King of Wands, and then we also have the Eight of Wands out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Judgment card. Interesting. I don't feel like you know this person, and I don't feel like this person knows you. Y'all don't know each other is what I'm gathering. Y'all don't know each other. You guys don't know each other. I do feel like you will eventually, you know what I mean, meet this person, and you will eventually cross paths with this person. I am getting that. I don't know why I feel like this is somebody that you really need to avoid, though. Like, you really need to avoid. For whatever reason, I am definitely getting that. It's like Spirit's trying to bring this to your attention in advance. So when this person does show up, you know how to go about this entire situation. The fact that you guys are both showing up as kings, don't get caught up in the gender. Nothing's gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. This could be a situation between a man and a woman, two men, two women. Gender really does not matter here, okay? I am definitely getting that when you guys do meet one another, you guys are going to instantly hit it off of one another. But I am definitely getting that your relationship with this person, because you guys are both showing up as masculine energies, it's going to be very toxic and unhealthy, because when we see masculine on masculine energy, there's bound to be tension, there's bound to be conflict. Another thing too, right, with that Eight of Wands energy, that's kind of telling me that when this one over here meets you, they're going to move at a very, very fast pace, is what I'm gathering. Like, it's kind of like the epitome, right, of going on one date with this person, and by the end of that date, they're like 100% sold on you. They're already talking about how you guys should totally be together, get a place together, run off into the sunset together. Like, they're going to move at a very, very fast pace, Aquarius, is what I'm gathering. Yeah, I want to look at the Judgment card, because I feel like you're being warned about this person in advance, because it's somebody that you need to, like, avoid. Yeah, avoid pursuing a relationship with. Tell me more about the Judgment card. Yeah. No. Like, the fact that you go from King of Pentacles energy / Nine of Pentacles energy to then Five of Pentacles energy and it came on the reverse, that's not necessarily a good sign. That's kind of telling me that this is going to be a very unfair relationship for you. It's going to be a very beneficial relationship for them, but it's not going to be a very beneficial relationship for you. In other words, it's not an equal give and take relationship that we're seeing here between you and this person. Like, you bring far more to this table than they do. I just don't like the fact that you're going from a King of Pentacles to a Nine of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. That's kind of telling me that this relationship is going to bring a lot of stagnancy and lack and instability into your life. You're going to find yourself romantically involved with somebody that you can't rely on and or depend on. And I hate to say this, but I'm getting leech. Like, yeah, I'm getting like a leeching energy off of this one over here. I'm getting a very codependent energy off of this person to the right of me. This is somebody that you need to avoid. And also, too, pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs, because I feel like the moment this person walks up in your life, the universe is going to start sending you signs left and right. This is somebody that you need to avoid. You need to avoid, because all they're going to do is bring toxicity into your life, drama into your life. And listen, you kind of come off to me as somebody who loves to live a life of peace, okay? So they're going to bring a lot of drama into your life, dysfunction to your life, stagnancy and instability. And I keep getting like that leeching energy, man, off of this person. Like, you do come off to me as somebody who's far more responsible than them, far more established than them, far more reliable than them, dependable than them. Yeah. It's interesting, though, because you go through this Tower moment and it's like the next thing you know, boom, they show up. So that's kind of telling me that you're meeting this person shortly after a Tower moment. So, like, you know, you're meeting them weeks after this Tower moment, or even months after this Tower moment. Is kind of what I'm gathering. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's jump back over to you. And they will rush things with you, like I said, but how does Aquarius feel? Come on. Let's do this. Okay. How does Aquarius feel? Okay, so you're about to cross paths with this person over here. You're more than likely going to end up meeting this person online. If you do just so happen to meet this person in person, you and this person will definitely live at a distance from one another, but I am getting primarily that this is somebody that you're going to find yourself meeting online. And I do see you guys instantly hitting it off with one another. And I do see you feeling very drawn to them and their energy. Okay. How does this person currently feel? We have the Knight of Wands to the Emperor. And then we also have the Five of Swords. I do want to look at the Five of Swords. Yeah, I want to look at the Five of Swords. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, but I don't know. I did get a leeching energy off of them, so we'll see how this plays out, because it's like they're looking at you like, oh, wow, look at Aquarius. Like, oh my goodness, like, they have their shit together. They're responsible. You know, they have a really good job. Like, oh wow. Like, and it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But I mean, because I did get a leeching energy off of them, I don't know if I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? But I will say, when it comes down to you, the reason why they're going to move so damn fast is because they want to hurry up and seal the deal before somebody else comes along. That's why they're going to move fast. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. They're going to let you know real quick. real quick how serious they actually are about you. They're gonna let it be known right away. Like they might make a comment and tell you like, oh yeah, like, you know, ever since like, you know, we started talking, like I just, you know, I haven't really been on the dating app like that because I just been, you know, wanting to like only talk to you and get to know you. I mean, I don't believe that this person's talking to anybody else. I mean, they're not lying, you know, they are being honest as far as not talking to anybody else or entertaining anyone else is concerned. But it's like they're trying to kind of like they're saying these things to you to kind of like try to pick your brain. Like they're trying to figure out like, are you entertaining other people? Are you speaking to other people? Because they're going to let you know right away how serious they're taking you in this relationship by telling you like, oh, like I'm actually not talking to anybody, you know, but you know, because I really do like you and I really want to see where this goes, you know. But they're saying all this to get a feel for you, to see where your head is at, to see if we're on the same page here, which it does appear to me that you guys are on the same page. I don't see you entertaining anybody else but them, and I don't see this person entertaining anyone else but you. And then that's like another thing too, is that like, look at the way y'all are showing up. Like, you know, like we got the freaking King of Pentacles for you, regardless of your gender, and the Knight of Pentacles. You're the polar opposite of this person. This person's the polar opposite of you. You're reliable, you're dependable, you know. Them, on the other hand, not so much. They're not reliable and they're not dependable. I'm sorry. They're not. They are not. I want to look at the Knight of Wands. This person, how do I describe them? Knight of Wands can definitely represent like a very like reckless energy. Like it could describe somebody who does a lot of things without thinking. Like they don't really put thought towards the things that they do, is kind of what I'm gathering. So this could imply somebody who makes a lot of like poor decisions. Like maybe they make a lot of poor financial decisions, you know, things of that nature, but okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, we also have the Moon, then we have the King of Cups, and then we also have the Three of Swords, but it came out in the reverse. All right. It's like it's not really taking this person too long to realize you are what they want. I'll take it. It's normal coming from a King of Cups slash King of Wands like energy. Typically the King of Wands and the King of Cups, even down to the King of Pentacles, these are masculine energies that are able to like identify right away if the person that's sitting across from them is the one for them or not. And when it comes down to you, sold, absolutely sold. Like they feel really, really good about you. However, I am definitely getting in time, they will randomly develop a fear of losing you. Randomly, out of nowhere. Feels like an intuitive hit more than anything. And the fact that it's more than likely an intuitive hit, that's kind of telling me that, then again, you are King of Pentacles slash Knight of Pentacles, regardless of your gender, male or female, doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. You are somebody who knows exactly what you want, exactly what it is that you're looking for. You're also that type of person that like absolutely like refuses to essentially settle for less. I feel like the main reason why they're developing this fear of losing you is because if they don't get on their P's and Q's and become the man or the woman that you want them to be, they will definitely lose you without a shadow of a doubt. See, you understand, like you're meeting this person, right? You're not looking at them and when you look at them, you see that they're a King of Wands slash Knight of Wands energy. All you see is a person. That's all you see. Just like when they look at you, all they see is a person, okay? So as you get to know this person, develop your relationship with this person, you're going to start to see for yourself, oh, they're a King of Wands slash Knight of Wands like energy. Didn't really know that about them. I don't know if that's going to really work for me. You see what I mean? Now, I feel like what's going to really cause you to like this person is this energy right here. You know, the King of Cups is somebody who's very loving, somebody who's very affectionate, somebody who's very caring, somebody who's very thoughtful, somebody who's just far from selfish, right? And that's what's going to like really like lure you in, is what I'm gathering, is this like sweet and nice and thoughtful and generous version basically of them, is what I'm gathering. And this is, you know, partly like who they are. I mean, keep in mind, y'all are just getting started here. You know how it is in the beginning of, you know, every relationship. You know, people love to put their best foot forward. So this is what's going to lure you in, right? They're so sweet. They're so nice. They're so thoughtful, kind, generous, loving, affectionate. They love to cuddle. Who doesn't love to cuddle? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to become very clingy, you know, things like that. But and you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. And you're going to eat it up. I mean, who can blame you? You know what I mean? It's when they get comfortable is when I see things drastically changing here in this entire situation. Because once they get comfortable, you know, that's when you're going to start to see a whole other like side, you know, to this person that you may not be a huge fan of. Honestly, you may not, you know, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. No, you come back. All right, what actions? Yeah, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Sun. Yeah. You know, when it comes down to this dynamic here between you and this person, it's going to bring a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. It's going to cause you to feel like, oh my goodness, you know, I think I, you know, may have just, you know, have found the one. But, you know, we'll see how this all plays out. This to me kind of feels like an energy of you kind of not allowing yourself to get too excited for whatever reason, which feels like an intuitive hit. Just like on an intuitive level, they will find themselves developing a fear of losing you. You too will develop this energy of, I don't know, yo, let me not get too excited when it comes on to this one. Because I don't know, like I got a feeling that they may be too good to be true, but let me see this through and let me see what happens, right? Same with them. It's like, I have a fear of losing Aquarius. I don't know why I feel that way, but let me see this through and let me see what happens. Okay? What actions will this person take towards Aquarius or moving forward? Intuitive. Another intuitive hit. This to me kind of screams an energy of them feeling inadequate. This to me feels like an energy of them feeling insecure. This to me feels like, you know, an energy of them essentially feeling like, you know, they don't really have much to offer you and or bring to the table. It's evident that there's a difference here between you and this person. There's a huge difference here. I don't know if you make more money than them or what. I don't know if you live better than them or what. I don't know if you're more established than them or what. You know, there's a big difference though. There's a huge difference here. I mean, even down to like, you know, even down to like the way you are as a person, Aquarius. There's a big difference here. Big difference, you know. A King of Pentacles is somebody who's not selfish. A King of Wands, however, they're known for being selfish. They're known for being selfish. And that's the thing, right? Is that you're showing up in this dynamic as your true and authentic self. This is who you are at your core. So 5 years from now, that's not going to change. You're still going to be who you are. You see what I mean? It's them that's gonna get comfortable and change. And I feel like this is kind of why, you know, you're kind of getting this intuitive hit in the near future. Like, you know, I think that they might be the one for me, but I don't know. They might be a little too good to be true. Let me ride this out and let me see what happens. Let me see what I find out and discover. You know, them, you know, the reason why they're developing this huge fear of losing you, and they may not know this now, but the reality of the situation is that they're developing this fear of essentially losing you because The fact that they feel less than, the fact that they feel inadequate, the fact that they don't necessarily feel like they're good enough for you is going to more than likely be the primary reason why you and this person are going to find yourselves having issues within this dynamic that you guys share with one another later. Okay, as far as the fear of losing you is concerned, there is a possibility that once you discover that you can't rely on them, you can't depend on them, you know, and the list goes on and on. You know, it might prompt you to get up and walk away, because they ain't pulling the plug on this. They're not going to pull. As far as this human being is concerned, they just hit the damn lotto with you. As far as they're concerned, they ain't walking away from this. They're not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. That's like the epitome of walking away from Beyonce. Well, why the hell would anybody do that? You know what I mean? Look at Jay-Z, still there, you know? Or I'm trying to think of a dude. What's a dude? Tupac Shakur. Who would ever walk away from a man like that? Not me. You know what I mean? So they're not going anywhere. I can almost guarantee you this person is not going to go anywhere. They are here to stay, my friend, because as far as they're concerned, they look at you like you are an emperor, right? Somebody who has everything that they want and then some. So that's telling me that that you're basically exceeding this person's expectations, honey. You got certain qualities to you that they didn't even know they wanted. Another thing too, hypothetically speaking, if this is a relationship between a man and a woman, because I am definitely getting that if it is between a man and a woman, this is going to be a whole nother issue that I see you guys having. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, you're the woman in all of this and they're the man in all of this, okay? You're going to expect this person, as your man, to step up to the plate in ways that a man should step up to the plate within a marriage and a relationship. And that's another thing that you're going to notice, is that this person is not stepping up to the plate in the ways you want them to, right? Because if this is a man that you're dealing with, you want them to be a provider, you want them to be a protector. Well, as you go on this journey and you get to know them, you're going to start to see like, oh man, like they're really not like, you know, like a provider or a protector. I am definitely getting that. They're definitely not a provider, but they're definitely not a protector either. Like, you know, it's kind of reminding me of what freaking Kevin Hart said one time on one of his like freaking shows. He says something along the lines of, if you and I go to like the movies or something, and a guy gets up and slaps you, and you're with me, you just got slapped. You know what I mean? So it's like, as far as like them, maybe they don't know how to like honestly defend themselves. It's a possibility. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to defend yourself, you ain't gonna be able to defend the next person. You know what I mean? So it could just be that this person doesn't really know how to defend themselves, therefore they cannot, you know, defend you. Sorry, but that's another thing too. But that only applies for those of you who you are a woman and this is a man that we're talking about here. Also too, like even like if you guys go like out on dates and stuff, this person may pay every once in a while, but they're gonna look at you to pay. You want to know why? Because they know that there's a big difference here as far as money is concerned. They know that there's a big difference here. They know you definitely make way more than them. So that's how they're going to look at the situation. Like, well, shit, you make more money than me. Why do I have to be the fucking one buying this and buying that and paying for this and paying for that? In the beginning, they'll be more than willing, honey, to pay. Once this one over here gets comfortable though, you're going to be paying for the dates. And it's because they're looking at you like, well, you're the one that makes the money here. Why do I have to pay? You know what I mean? Like, you know? And it's not that they can't pay, you know, their whole thing is they're just being selfish. Why do I have to spend my hard-earned money on this date when you make more than me, Aquarius? Like, you know, like, they're just, it's like they kind of go from giving you and this entire situation with you, they're all to like, you know, like, all right, boom, I finally got them. This is good. This is great. I could chill now. I could chill and I don't really got to do all this extra stuff anymore. You know, this is awesome. This is great, you know? And that's the thing, you know, it's like you're walking into this person's life being your true and authentic self. What they see is what they get. You're an Aquarius. You're an Aquarius. I feel like that's why I probably, when it comes down to Aquarians, longest relationships I've ever had was with Aquarians, you know, because you guys really do show up as your true and authentic self. You know, I don't have to sit there and fucking guess or anything. It's awesome being with y'all. You know, you guys are so easy to just be with, you know. Granted, some other people might say otherwise. I don't know what everybody else is talking about because I had a lovely time, you know what I mean? But you're showing up as your true and authentic self, but they're not. They're not, because once they get comfortable, you're going to start to experience a different version, you know, of them, but you're already comfortable. So what they see is what they get, and they're falling. They're absolutely falling for you and who you really are. Because it's not like you're walking into this person's life pretending to be somebody that you're not. Y'all don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. You guys rather have a person in your life that loves you for who you guys really, really are. And if they rock with you, they do. If they don't, then they don't. It is what it is. Y'all don't care. Y'all are good no matter what. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, you know? That's the thing with this one. You know, it's like they feel like they have to try extra hard, honey, you know, to get a person, you know, to essentially fall for them. You just got to show up to the damn party. That's all you got to do. They got to show up to the party and perform on top of that. You don't even got to do all of that. You don't. You don't. You just don't. You know? So, listen. I think it's in your best interest, my friend, to make this person feel as comfortable as they possibly can, because clearly they don't feel comfortable to be their true and authentic self. If you could get this person to feel as comfortable as you possibly can, it's going to cause them to feel comfortable to be their true and authentic self. So that way you can see right away what you're really, really working with here. Avoid making major life decisions with this person. If you want to jump into a relationship, it is what it is. But as far as like major life decisions, like getting a place with them, starting a family with them, getting married and stuff like that, hold off. Hold off on all of that, okay? Because you're in the market because you're looking for the one, okay? Not just the one that you could spend time with for now and then it goes south later. Like, you're in the market because you're looking for the one, okay? You're not looking for just anyone. You're looking for the one. And because your intuition is kind of hitting you very soon with the whole, I don't know, I kind of feel like they're too good to be true. You better trust it. You better trust it. And make them feel comfortable. That's the quickest way to find out, you know, who a person really is making them feel comfortable. And you're really good at it. You're really, really good at doing that, Aquarius. Really good. With Aquarians, I think that, because I think that like we're all kind of guarded, right? And in the beginning a little bit, like it kind of takes us some time, you know what I mean? To like warm up and stuff like that. But man, with Aquarians, it's like, I don't know, it's just this weird effect that you guys have on humans. I don't know what it is, but it's like, you guys just make people feel comfortable. You guys make people feel like they could be their true and authentic self. And you guys give the vibe that, hey, like, I'm not here to judge you. You could be yourself, you know? So you gonna make this happen real quick. I'm not even worried about you. You got this under control, okay? You got this under control. All right, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next